Hello everyone, I'm Yao Gang. Let's take a look next. Okay, as per our usual routine, we created an actor. Then we write a method here to facilitate our blueprint instantiation. Here, let's call it AttackEnemy. Then we pass a parameter. We pass a new actor pointer. 单以 Assertion. Then we just pass this one parameter. Then we give it a U function. Then we give it a blueprint arguable. And then we give the color graph a next. Then after we enter here, we want to attack the enemy. First of all, this enemy must not be null, so we do a check for it. AttackEnemy should have its validity as true, so it is not equal to null pointer true. If it is a null pointer here, then it will crash. Then at this point, we might need a cast. For example, let's not write too much here. We give it an attribute by. Give this attribute a partic. We give int sensor health. We default it to 100. For example, after we get injured here, we should be able to access it here. Then this actor certainly cannot do this. So you need to do a conversion. Let us have a cast. CastCheck. We use this CastCheck this time. It should be him. Then there should be a template in front of this. There is a template. Okay, then this CastCheck. We give a semicolon. Hey, that's it. You can see we click into it. This static asset place we go. There are some judgments here. We can see how the engine generally uses it. You can see this place. It will judge this component. This place must be this component like this. Only then will it later drop such functionality. It wants to have a judgment. Then we give a pointer here to receive it. Okay, then we should know here. My accent. Then we point out his health. Because we are using a pointer, so we can just use health here. Then subtract equals 10. Okay, let's test the method. There's no way to finish writing everything together here. Because if the breakpoint stops here, it won't be able to execute further. Okay, then here we still create our instance. Find our assets folder. Okay, let's just create it, give it a BP, and put it here. No problem. Then we just throw it in here. Then let's observe the call in the blueprint. Okay, then for this part should be attack. We pass a null pointer like this. First, let's pass a null pointer, okay? Remember to save. We pass a null pointer. It's normal now. We press 1. See, the breakpoint is hit. You'll notice this breakpoint can't be passed through. You can see UE debug and promote for remote. Okay, congratulations. You made it. This is the check. Then you yourself. We have emphasized one more point. If you are working collaboratively with others, do not use this break. Using this break might will cause a problem. That is, if he actually submitted it incorrectly, and you use it this way, then you will be personally criticized. Because now his project won't start, and then if you're leader, everyone gets very angry, because I can't even start it now. I can't do any work anymore. So this is actually a serious blockage. Then we pass another variable here. We put one like this. For example, we put a point light. Okay, then we are here. We find our reference. Then we create a reference here. Then we pass ourselves in, and then it won't crash. But it still has problems. See, it crashed again. And the place where it crashes is different. We have battles here, so it's okay. He is here. Actually, this CastCheck is the same as this one. Can you see it? It's the same. It also crashes here. You will find it can't be placed either. Okay, so here, I'll show everyone. Just demonstrate this thing. Why it is like this. That is, the correct approach should be to pass another actor, right? So actually at this point, you can have it pass itself in. Yeah. Let's move this point light away. Then we pass itself in. At this point, let's take a look. Let's see if it will have any execution result. There's no reaction now. That proves it's correct. You can set a update. You'll see it executes normally. Look. See, there's absolutely no problem. Of course, the health value will be deducted. So there's really no issue here. The correct approach is sometimes you just can't. You are just you. Unless your skill level is relatively high, you have already reached this advanced level. You can check it this way. You have more authority and influence in the project. If you think someone else is messing things up here, then you need to do this in the check. Then you can do it this way. If you don't have that high level of authority, you might have to do it this way. We give it a good. I still use the same method. Use this one. Just use and ensure. Still the same code. Use an intro tier, and here we don't use this cast. We'll just cast directly. Okay, this place. This pointer exists. Only then will we do, and if it doesn't exist, you print a log here. Because the cast failed, so we print a log for it. For example, UEC. Log temp. Then we give it a more severe one. Give it an error. Then let's type in Chinese. It's okay. This B sound suggestion is a bit annoying. I'll turn it off in a moment. Okay. Actually, the correct approach for us is to restrict its type here, so it know directly. That way, it won't be passed in. But the reason we don't restrict it here is to show everyone this demonstration, because if I restrict it, it won't have this error, right? But sometimes you can't help it, because if you use an interface, restricting it will cause, if you want to make it more general purpose, it could be an NPC, it could be a boss, it could be a minion. Then do you have to restrict all of them? Then that definitely shouldn't be done, right? So here, you must stop cast, and then down cast back. So there will be this issue. Then here, we call the second method. AttackEnemy good. Okay, then we still use this button one here. Then this time, we'll press it a few more times. Now our first one should be, you'll notice there's an ensure here. Then we'll go. Wait, we can go. Hey, did you notice? Now pressing 1 is completely fine. This is the benefit of ensure. Basically, once you understand this part, that's enough. And don't write this kind of... So just grasp this part, and that's enough. And don't write this kind of code. No matter what, you should never write this kind of code. For example, what code you should not write? For example, neural. I'll put it here. I'll put it in this position. Ensure shelf. And then make it plus equals. For example. And then anyway, it's similar operations like this. For example, I have a method. We write a method like this, called modify health. And then we give it a bool here. And we don't care about the rest. No need to expose it to blueprint. It's a method for internal use only. Sometimes you might need such an internal method. It's not just a simple query. It might also change the health value. Then here you give a go. and forces. Actually, it doesn't matter, but the key point is here. Right here, if you do a job like this, we give this. Not giving this is also fine. It's okay to do it directly here. Take a look. Let me test it. It's fine, like this. Then you call it here. Then when this red is removed, after you remove it, this piece of code of yours is not executing. Then your health value in your, that is to say, after you package it, it may not execute this attribute modification of adding time. Then at this point, it will cause the effect during your development to be inconsistent with the effect after you actually package it. So we are commenting it out for everyone. Do not use assertions like this. Yes, if you are very proficient, you can do this, no problem. Then we, at this point, can continue writing our verify. Let's write a simple one like this. Verify. Let's write the next one later. Yes, in this moment, I'll briefly show everyone. In this moment, let's say, that is to say, once you master it to this level, this assertion is actually more or less correct. That's fine as it is. Thank you, everyone.